When you feel a deep, inexplicable sense of peace, it's often a sign that God is showing you that you're on the right path. In a world where peace can feel elusive, finding it within your journey is not by accident. This peace isn't mere quietness. It's a profound calmness that remains with you, regardless of external circumstances. God's hand steadies you, reassuring you that you are moving according to His plan. When we feel this peace, it's a gentle whisper from God, encouraging us to continue in faith, knowing He is walking beside us. Another sign is the presence of purpose-filled opportunities that align with your heart's desires. When doors open unexpectedly, and the path becomes clear before you understand that God is placing you where He wants you to be. It's not about convenience or personal ambition, but about a divinely orchestrated alignment. You may encounter people or resources that elevate you toward your calling, often at the very moment you need them most. These moments are invitations to trust in the timing and power of God's guidance, reminding you that He is actively working in your life. At times, you may feel a renewed sense of strength, even when you thought you had reached your limit. There is a divine energy within you that arises, especially in difficult times, making you resilient and more determined. This strength doesn't come from worldly motivation, but rather from a deeper source, God's power within you. When challenges come and you rise above them, know that this strength is His assurance. Each step forward, even in adversity, is God saying, "You are exactly where I want you to be." A growing clarity of vision is also a sign that God is revealing your path. What once seemed vague and uncertain now appears focused and unmistakable. You start to see patterns and lessons in the events of your life, as if God is highlighting them for you. This clarity allows you to make decisions with confidence, knowing that your choices align with a higher purpose. It's as though God is lifting the veil, showing you glimpses of what lies ahead, and confirming that you are on His appointed path. You will feel an unshakable faith that keeps you anchored even amid doubts. Faith becomes your foundation, guiding your thoughts and actions. When things don't go as planned, this faith reminds you that God's ways are higher than yours. You start to trust His process without needing to understand every detail. This faith is God's voice within you, affirming that you are on the right path, urging you forward with the assurance that He holds your future and has already paved the way. Through this inner knowing, God's message is clear. You are exactly where you need to be. When you feel a deep, inexplicable sense of peace, it's often a sign that God is showing you that you are on the right path. In a world where peace can feel elusive, finding it within your journey is not by accident. This peace isn't mere quietness. It's a profound calmness that remains with you, regardless of external circumstances. It's a steady assurance that transcends logical understanding and grounds you, even when light seems to throw its challenges your way. God's hand steadies you, reassuring you that you are moving according to His plan. When we feel this peace, it's a gentle whisper from God, encouraging us to continue in faith, knowing He is walking beside us. Every time you encounter an unshakable calm in a season where you might have once felt anxious or afraid, it's God's way of telling you that you are not alone on this journey. His presence becomes your foundation, a reminder that no matter what lies ahead, He has equipped you to handle it. This peace is a gift, and it allows you to approach situations with clarity, kindness, and patience. When you are on the right path, God ensures that you are not disturbed by the storms around you. You see them, acknowledge them, but they don't consume you. Instead, you walk forward with a heart full of confidence, because there is a knowing within you, a deep-seated belief that God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should. You recognize that this peace comes not from things going perfectly, but from a deeper connection, a sense of being held and protected. And in moments when this peace fills your heart, it's as if God Himself is saying, "This is where you are meant to be. Trust in my plan, for I am with you." Another sign is the presence of purpose-filled opportunities that align with your heart's desires. When doors open unexpectedly and the path becomes clear before you, understand that God is placing you where He wants you to be. It's not about convenience or personal ambition, but about a divinely orchestrated alignment. These opportunities may appear as if by coincidence, but in truth, they are God's designed moments arranged to fit the deepest longings and callings in your spirit. They arrive just when you're ready to embrace them, and often just when you've reached a place of surrender, trusting that whatever is meant for you will find you. God's timing is never early or late. It's perfect, and when He opens a door, you will know it is meant for you because it won't require force or compromise. In these moments, it's as though the world becomes your classroom. You encounter people who share your vision, resources that support your journey, and experiences that shape your understanding. Each new door opened is an invitation to trust, to grow, and to step into the fullness of what God has planned. The beauty of purpose-driven opportunities is that they bring you closer to the person you are meant to be. You feel a sense of belonging and alignment that goes beyond any fleeting achievement. It's as if every detail has been orchestrated to support your mission, and you can sense God's guidance through the smallest of signs. You might not always understand why certain opportunities appear, but in the depths of your spirit, you recognize them as pieces of a divine puzzle. You step forward, knowing that the journey itself is fully grounded, and each step brings you closer to the vision God has placed in your heart. At times, you may feel a renewed sense of strength even when you thought you had reached your limit. There's a divine energy within you that arises, especially in difficult times, making you resilient and more determined. This strength doesn't come from worldly motivation, but rather from a deeper source, God's power within you. When challenges come and you rise above them, know that this strength is His assurance. Each step forward, even in adversity, is God saying, "You are exactly where I want you to be." When life tests you and you're still able to stand firm, you become a testament to God's power within you. You see yourself surpassing limits that you once believed were impossible. This newfound strength, this unyielding resilience, is God's reminder that you are equipped for the journey. The hardships you face are not to discourage you, but to refine you. With each trial, you discover layers of strength that you never knew existed. You come to realize that in your moments of weakness, God's strength is made perfect. You understand that while the world sees limitations, God sees potential. He is the quiet force behind every victory, the source of courage when fear whispers, and the unwavering power that carries you through each struggle. This strength is His way of saying, "I am with you. Do not be afraid." And when you feel this power rising from within, you know you're exactly where you're meant to be, that your journey has divine purpose, and that you are indeed on the right path. A growing clarity of vision is also a sign that God is revealing your path. What once seemed vague and uncertain now appears focused and unmistakable. You start to see patterns and lessons in the events of your life, as if God is highlighting them for you. This clarity allows you to make decisions with confidence, knowing that your choice is aligned with a higher purpose. You start to view life's occurrences not as random, but as intentional. You see how past experiences, challenges, and even delays were all integral parts of preparing you for what's ahead. It's as though God is lifting the veil, showing you glimpses of what lies ahead, and confirming that you're on His appointed path. You no longer need to chase validation from others, because within you sense that you're fulfilling a purpose beyond yourself. Your actions and decisions begin to resonate with a sense of integrity and alignment that only comes when you're following the path God has set for you. This clarity becomes your compass, guiding you through the fog of uncertainty and leading you to the destinations you once only dreamed of. And with each step, this vision sharpens, aligning more with God's blueprint for your life. You realize that He has been orchestrating everything all along, each event, each connection, each closed door, and each opportunity are woven into the larger picture that God sees fully and completely. You'll feel an unshakable faith that keeps you anchored even amid doubts. Faith becomes your foundation, guiding your thoughts and actions. When things don't go as planned, this faith reminds you that God's ways are higher than yours. You start to trust His process without needing to understand every detail. This faith is God's voice within you, affirming that you are on the right path, urging you forward with the assurance that He holds your future and has already paved the way. Through this inner knowing, God's message is clear: you are exactly where you need to be. Faith becomes not just a belief, but a lived reality. It becomes the undercurrent of every step you take, every choice you make, and every moment of waiting. When you encounter setbacks, this faith steadies you, reminding you that delays are not denials. It allows you to rest in the promise that God is working even when you cannot see it. Faith teaches you patience, resilience, and trust in God's timing. You understand that your role is to walk in obedience, trusting that He is weaving all things together for your good. This faith frees you from the need to control, to force, or to hurry, for you know that what is meant for you will never pass you by. In moments of doubt, this faith whispers that God is still with you, that His plan remains unshaken, and that you are moving closer to the fulfillment of His promises. You realize that your journey, though filled with challenges and unknowns, is blessed. With this faith, you walk with the courage that defies logic, because you know that the one who has called you will also equip you. The journey itself becomes sacred, and you recognize that each step you take is bringing you closer to the fullness of God's plan. Through this unwavering faith, you carry the assurance that indeed you are exactly where you are supposed to be, walking the path He has laid out just for you. In every challenge and in every victory, there is a message of purpose, clarity, peace, strength, and faith, whispering that you are in God's care and moving toward the destiny He has designed for you. These signs are His silent affirmations, woven into your spirit, inviting you to continue with trust, knowing that His presence surrounds you always. When you sense an inner peace and calm that's unexplainable by worldly standards, it's not a coincidence, it's a signal from God. You may be surrounded by chaos, but there is a stillness within that steadies you, a profound tranquility that whispers, "You are exactly where you need to be." This peace doesn't come from the absence of problems, but rather from the presence of God guiding you gently through them. In this state of serenity, you are able to look beyond present circumstances, finding comfort in the knowledge that you are on a divinely ordered path. Even when faced with difficult decisions or uncertainties, that peace is there, assuring you that God is by your side. This divine journey, while marked by these signs, is also one of continuous inner transformation. As you deepen in faith, you'll notice subtle shifts within, a gradual surrender to God's timing, and a growing desire to align with His purpose. Each day as you witness these signs, it's as though God is drawing you closer, inviting you to understand that His plan is not just for your success or happiness, but for your inner peace, spiritual growth, and ultimate fulfillment. When peace becomes your companion, you realize it's more than just a fleeting emotion. It becomes a spiritual foundation. No longer do you rush through life seeking validation or striving to meet others' expectations. Instead, this peace anchors you. You feel the difference in your responses to life's trials rather than reacting with frustration or fear. You find yourself resting in a profound sense of calm. This peace is a message from God, assuring you that you are held, guided, and supported. With this sense of peace comes a new perspective. Obstacles appear not as roadblocks, but as part of the journey, shaping your character and fortifying your faith. It's a peace that whispers, even in the unknown, you are exactly where you need to be. This path doesn't shield you from hardship, but instead transforms how you perceive and handle challenges. You become more resilient, seeing trials as part of God's greater plan for your life. Each difficulty becomes an opportunity to draw closer to God, to lean into that peace and gain a new level of understanding. You begin to recognize that real peace is not tied to circumstances, but to your connection with God, to your unwavering trust that He is present, even in the most trying times. And through each test, you find that your faith is being refined, that you are growing stronger, wiser, and more attuned to God's voice. Opportunities, too, start to take on a different meaning. They are not merely fortunate occurrences or random chances. They appear with intention, as divine signals that affirm you are moving in harmony with God's purpose. When you truly listen, these opportunities are unmistakable. They arrive at moments when your spirit is ready to embrace them. Doors open, people appear, and resources emerge, not because of your striving, but because God has set them in place. And with each opportunity, you grow more confident that God's hand is on your life, leading you forward step by step. You begin to approach life with a sense of expectation, trusting that when God brings an opportunity, He has already equipped you to step into it. Each opportunity is a chance to grow, to serve, and to bring God's love and light into the world. They are just blessings for you. They are ways for you to bless others, to fulfill a purpose that reaches far beyond yourself. Through these moments, God reveals the intricate beauty of His plan, showing you how your gifts, talents, and experiences can come together to serve a higher purpose. And with each opportunity, you feel a renewed commitment to walk in faith, to honor the path He set for you. Even when you don't see the full picture, you understand that every opportunity is part of the divine tapestry that God is weaving in your life. Then there's the strength that seems to come out of nowhere, rising up in you like a wellspring when you feel you've reached the end of your own resources. This strength is one of the clearest signs that God is with you, sustaining you through every hardship and challenge. You may feel weary, faced with obstacles that seem insurmountable, yet this divine strength empowers you to keep moving forward. This is no ordinary strength. It is a testament to God's promise that He will never leave you nor forsake you. It is His way of saying, "You are not alone, I am carrying you." And each time you lean into this strength, your faith deepens and your spirit grows more resilient. This strength teaches you reliance on God rather than on your own abilities. You learn to release the need for control, to stop relying on your own understanding, and instead trust that God's strength is sufficient. You start to see that what once would have broken you is now something you can overcome. Not because of your own power, but because of the power that God has given you. And with each victory, no matter how small, you feel more assured that you are on the right path, that God's strength is guiding you toward the purpose He has set before you. This strength becomes a quiet confidence, a source of resilience that doesn't waver with life's uncertainties, but remains steady, anchored in God's unfailing love. The clarity that comes with this journey is another profound gift. It's as if God is gradually lifting a veil, allowing you to see the purpose behind every season of your life. The dreams you once held, the relationships you've experienced, the setbacks you've endured, all begin to make sense as they weave together to create a vision of God's plan for you. This clarity doesn't provide all the answers, but it offers a new level of understanding. You start to see your life not as a series of random events, but as a carefully crafted journey. Each experience, each lesson, and each moment is part of the bigger picture that God is revealing to you in His perfect timing. This clarity brings a sense of purpose and direction. No longer do you feel lost or aimless. You understand that every step has meaning, every choice significance. This clarity empowers you to walk with intention, to embrace each day knowing that you are part of a divine plan. It's a feeling of alignment, as though your heart and soul are finally in harmony with God's will. And as you continue to walk this path, you begin to discern more clearly what is for you and what is not, what aligns with God's purpose for your life and what doesn't. This clarity becomes a guiding light, helping you to make decisions that honor God's vision for you. Faith becomes the unshakable foundation of your life. It is a faith that is no longer dependent on outward circumstances, but rooted in a deep, abiding trust in God. This faith grows with each step you take, with each sign you witness. It is a faith that holds firm in the face of doubt, a faith that doesn't falter in times of uncertainty. You begin to understand that this faith is God's greatest gift, a bond between you and Him that strengthens with every trial, every victory, and every moment of surrender. This faith transforms how you view the world. You are no longer a passive participant in your life, but an active co-creator, partnering with God in bringing forth His purpose. This faith gives you the courage to pursue your dreams, knowing that God is guiding you, that He is shaping each experience to fulfill His higher purpose. You no longer need to see the whole path, because your faith assures you that God has already prepared the way. This faith becomes your compass, your strength, and your peace, guiding you through each season of life. As you continue on this journey, you realize that God's guidance is a constant presence, shaping your path and aligning your heart with His purpose. These signs, peace, opportunities, strength, clarity, and faith are God's way of saying, you are on the right path. They remind you that you are deeply loved, purposefully guided, and divinely supported. And as you move forward, you do so with the unwavering confidence that God is with you, that each step you take is a step toward the life He has lovingly designed for you. Through every high and low, every joy and sorrow, You carry within you the assurance that you are exactly where you are meant to be, held in the loving hands of God, moving forward in faith, and fulfilling the beautiful purpose He has set for you. Embracing these signs, you no longer walk in uncertainty, but with a sense of divine alignment, knowing that each experience, each person you meet, and each opportunity you encounter is a part of God's intricate and purposeful design for your life. Your journey, once marked by doubt or hesitation, now unfolds with acquired assurance, a deep understanding that God is guiding you every step. With each sign, you find a renewed strength to continue, a peace that surpasses understanding, and a faith that grows unbreakable with every passing day. The path may not always be easy, but with God's guidance, you know that it is the path meant for you, a path of purpose, love, and divine fulfillment. You begin to notice that this peace isn't fleeting. It remains a constant companion, following you through each season of life. You could be facing the unknown, encountering moments where doubt might naturally arise, but something deep within anchors you to a sense of quiet confidence. This is God's way of speaking to you, guiding you, and strengthening your faith. Every time you lean into that peace, you are reminded that your steps are in line with God's purpose, that you are walking the path He has lovingly designed for you. This peace becomes a compass, directing you to trust and rest in His timing, even when you don't fully understand it. It encourages you to press on, to see life's challenges not as setbacks, but as stepping stones toward your true calling. Another unmistakable sign that you are on the right path is the emergence of opportunities that resonate with your deepest values and desires. Doors open often unexpectedly at just the right time. These opportunities don't feel forced or manipulated. They align naturally with who you are and what you feel called to do. You may encounter people who inspire you, places that uplift you, and situations that push you closer to your purpose. You sense that these openings are not merely coincidences, but God's hand guiding you forward. These are the moments that reaffirm your faith, showing you that what is meant for you will not pass you by. The opportunities arrive in divine timing, arranged in such a way that they uplift and propel you, often coming into your life precisely when you've surrendered control and placed your trust in God's plan. In these moments, there's a sense of alignment with the universe that transcends logical planning. The circumstances, the connections, and the timing all seem to work together as if orchestrated by an unseen hand. You may find yourself at the right place at the right time, meeting someone who speaks exactly the words you needed to hear, or discovering an opportunity that seems tailor-made for your journey. These experiences show you that God is active in your life, moving pieces into place that support your growth and guide you closer to the life He envisions for you. It's a reminder that when you are in alignment with your purpose, the right resources and people appear, as if by divine appointment, affirming that you are indeed on the path that God has chosen. In times of hardship, when you feel as though you've reached the end of your strength, God grants you a new source of resilience. This inner strength, which rises up within you, is no mere resolve. It's a divine empowerment that allows you to overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. This strength is a sign, a powerful message from God affirming that you are on the right track. When you feel exhausted yet find the will to continue, when life feels overwhelming yet you can stand firm, know that this is God's power working within you. This strength doesn't fade in adversity, rather it grows, building a foundation of resilience and perseverance. It reminds you that you are more than capable, that you have been equipped to handle the journey He set before you. This strength is not something you can muster on your own. It comes from a place beyond you, a place of divine support. You might face moments that test your resolve, yet find yourself able to press on, to rise above the challenges. With each trial, you discover a depth of resilience that you didn't know you possessed. This isn't an accident. It's God's reminder that His power is perfected in your weakness. In these moments, you realize that you are not walking this path alone, that God is sustaining you, empowering you, and leading you through every difficulty. The strength that emerges is His assurance, a reminder that you are on the path of His choosing, fortified by His love, and protected by His grace. As you journey onward, you find that your vision begins to sharpen. Clarity emerges where there was once confusion, You start to see the connections between past experiences and present moments, understanding how each phase of your life has prepared you for what's to come. This clarity is another sign, a divine affirmation that you are moving in the right direction. The once vague dreams and ambitions begin to crystallize, and the path that seemed foggy now appears clearly before you. God has lifted the veil, allowing you to glimpse what He has in store. This clarity doesn't mean you see every step, but you sense that there is purpose in each moment, each decision, and each interaction. It's a reminder that God is directing your path, revealing what you need to know in His perfect timing. This newfound clarity brings with it a sense of confidence. You are no longer paralyzed by indecision or clouded by doubt. Instead, you move forward with assurance, trusting that the choices you make align with God's higher plan. You begin to see that each experience, no matter how small, is woven into the fabric of God's design for your life. This vision becomes a guiding light, illuminating the steps you are to take. You no longer need external validation or approval, because you know deep down that you are on a sacred journey. The clarity you feel is God's way of affirming that your life has meaning, that each day you are moving closer to fulfilling the purpose He has set before you. And as you walk this path, there is a faith within you that becomes unbreakable. This faith is not a passive belief. It's an active trust in God's goodness, His wisdom, and His timing. You begin to rely on this faith to guide you through the uncertainties, to anchor you when the road is rough. Even when faced with challenges or moments that make you question your direction, this faith keeps you steady, reminding you that God's ways are not always your ways, but they are always right. You come to realize that your life is not your own to direct fully. It's a journey of trust and surrender. Each day you place your plans, your dreams, and your fears in God's hands, knowing that He is weaving them together into something beautiful. This faith doesn't remove obstacles, but transforms how you see them. You no longer view setbacks as failures, but as parts of God's plan to refine you, to grow you, and to deepen your understanding of His grace. You begin to embrace each challenge as a stepping stone, trusting that God is with you in every high and every low. Through this faith, you learn patience, resilience, and the power of waiting on God's perfect timing. You find strength in knowing that even in moments of delay or uncertainty, God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should. Faith becomes the thread that binds you to God's will, guiding you with a quiet assurance that every step is divinely appointed. In this journey, the signs that you are on the right path are clear peace that surpasses understanding, opportunities that align with your soul, strength that carries you through adversity, clarity of purpose, and unshakable faith. Each of these signs is a gift, a gentle reminder from God that you are walking in His light, that you are moving according to His will. You begin to see your life not as a random series of events, but as a purposeful divine journey. And in this recognition, you find the courage to continue, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. In recognizing these signs in a peace, divinely timed opportunities, newfound strength, clarity of purpose, and an unbreakable faith, you can be assured that God is guiding you along the right path. Each sign serves as a reminder that your journey is not by chance, but by divine design. God's hand is at work in the details, from the quiet moments of peace to the doors that open effortlessly. With every step, trust that you are being led with intention and love, that your life is unfolding according to His perfect plan. Embrace this journey with confidence, knowing that you are walking in alignment with the divine purpose God has for you. Music, 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 music.